All right, we rolling. Um, I really forgot to talk to you people about the live show. I forgot to do a live show. I was supposed to do it yesterday, but I failed to do a live show. But the whole thing with Ricky Harris. You know what I'm saying? I forgot to do a live show yesterday, but I failed to do so. Make it up to the viewers in this studio, the YouTube studio. Then I'm gonna make it up to them. Even though I'm gonna play two songs that already featured Ricky Harris. Right before I'm gonna read this thing to y'all. See, this man was so known for doing some things like for like cameos in music videos and being featured in songs that was he was featured in albums that was from Ice Cube to Snoop Dogg to the Dog Pound and all the way to Warren G, all the way to Warren G, and all the way to the East Siders, made of Trey D and Goldie Loc, and that man right there, Snoop Dogg. So this man, we're doing this for Ricky. You know what I'm saying? He passed away like 10 years ago. I'm gonna play two of those videos. See if you can enjoy the sound.
Oh, hell no. The hell they had. It was supposed to be here over an hour ago. I got a packed house. Boy, you shut your big hamburger and help the British put a put your ass up. It's my club. Oh, there you is. There you been.
Just hold on a second. I've been just checking my games. I'm sitting here understand me trying to get my money right.
Yes, I can dig it, cat daddy. Why don't you check your ass up on stage?
Check this out, Pat. Now you just get out there and introduce us. I'm gonna have it for you.
All right, you go ahead and you big old man. Well, I got you, baby. Oh, good. We got some beautiful people in the house tonight, and we got some ugly ones. Anyway, we like to welcome y'all to the Carolina West. My name is Carolina. Today we got something old and something new for y'all. We got Snoop Dogg and Dog and Dog Sound. And the Baptist are back.
It's like everywhere I touch it, everywhere I go, I'm the motherfuckers try to steal my control, but it ain't no better because he might even do it. Now with these up on the game when I step through the dance.
Some of these niggas are so deceptive. Using my styles like a contraceptive. I forget get hurt. Sleep you haven't learned. It's the late night panty white. I still got the biggest sack. So put your run away, cause I'm back. Get 'em up, split 'em up now. Tell me what's going on. It make me wanna holler cause my number's coming home soon. I'm on the break up, so take off your clothes and quit trying to spit that motherfucking home. Speaking of hoes, I get to the point. You think you got the bomb cause I wrote you a joint. Wait, and I'm the big dog. I set you up my balls so The fucking cause, y'all niggas better recognize and see where I'm coming from and still be signed till I die. Why X? Why? Let the flow keep spinning to the deal doesn't say why. With the dignity to riches and I fuck on terror. See my homie Snoop Dogg sipping juicy gin. I'm from the settle to get paper. Style very packing flavor like lifesavers. Ain't that something? Talk shit in a bumper. I had your whole fucking block pumping. Don't sweat, protect me. I'm your like China. You never find a bomb in this nigga for furniture. So peekaboo, clear the way. I'm coming through. 1, 2, 3. You can't see me. I'm a T like that. Strapped with hit hard tactics. I fucking miss using hope like tennis rackets. Yes, I'm looking. It's on and popping. All I see is green, so there ain't no stopping. I wanna see some hands dropping. I'm coming from that like, geez, the chill is right up and coming. Yes, I'm down. It's your fault. It's your fault. Refuge in the juice check of the flip. I flip flop and serve hoes with the fat dick till I die. I'm still screaming that. Just ain't shit. I'm the Mac hat. Not known about the city where I'm from. Dumb diddy dumb at you took the gangster shit. The D-O double G, the B-O-U-D, the gangster click. Now I step down, break it down with the gangster funk. I can see it, I can tell us what the fuck you want. So I legs up the grind so I can get high. I promise I will grind it till the day that I die. It's a dog, it's a dog, it's a dog.
Right. Got another one. Got another one. Got another music video here. That I played for y'all. Uh, and Ricky Harris was featured in this too. It's called Gin and Juice. That was from Doggy Style. Nope.
Who damn kids is any damn way? Oh, man. Oh, you paying up that damn couch? You had that damn couch for 20 years. Should have kept the plastic on. Listen, Snoop Doggy Dog. Need to get a job.
Lord, take care of the house while I'm gone. Clean up your room. Take out the garbage. I want these fast there girls in here. You hear me? And definitely don't let the dog pound them in there. I mean that.
Don't be messing with the 8-track. Don't be fine.
In the LBC, it's kinda hard being Snoopy on the other G, but I somehow, some way keep coming up with funky ass hits like every single day. May I kick a little something for the G's and make a few clear that I worry still. 2 in the morning and the party still jumping cause my mama ain't home. I got some boys in the living room getting it on and they ain't leaving till 6 in the morning. So what you gonna do? I got a pocket full of rubbers and my homeboys do too. So turn off the lights and close the door. But for what we don't love about it, yeah. So we gon' blow up to this. G's up, freeze up for a second now. Down to this. Smoking, smoking, sipping on gin and juice. Laid back. With my mind on my money and my money on my mind. Rolling down the street. Smoking, smoking, sipping on gin and juice. Laid back. With my mind on my money and my money on my mind. I got me just sit with you. Everybody got their cup, but they ain't chipped in. Now these types of things happen all the time. You gotta get yours before I gotta get mine. See, everything is fine. You listen to the D.O.G. I got to cultivate the music that can captivate me. Who listen to the words that I speak as I take me. Then right to the middle of the street. Get them back into the trick named Slay. Slay. She used to be my homeboy's lady. Slay. And you could breathe when I tell that trick, please. Raise the focus in your cheese that you get son of me. That ain't. As I ride with the dog pound, feel the breeze. Say you know I'm just rolling down the street, smoking, smoking, sipping on gin and juice, laid back. With my mind on my money and my money on my mind. Rolling down the street, smoking, smoking, sipping on gin and juice, laid back. With my mind on my money and my money on my mind. Later on that day, my homie Dr. Dre came through with a gang of Tango Ray and a badass some body that made me choke. This ain't no joke, I had to back up off of it and sit my cup down. Take a ring and yeah, turn around now. But it ain't no stopping, cause I'm still popping and drink out the tricks from the city of Compton to serve me. Not with a cherry on top, cause when I get blue, I got to hit the dope spot. Don't get upset, girl, let's just not go. I don't ever know I'm out the dope, and I'll be.
I didn't want to go over her cheese off any damn way.
You ain't got to worry about that because I ain't taking you nowhere.
Baby was over there.
What thing you got to do with
Drink
you?
too damn
Oh,
much.
man, I ain't got to don't talk to me about. Let me get what you said, man.
Well, we lived that was been living that for 27
You
years.
can't say no.
Laid back. With my mind on my money and my money on my mind.
Y'all heard that. Give it a damn moment. Everybody out there, I'm not going to house, please. Everybody out there, you better go out here. You two still out here. I want everybody out. Everybody out. Everybody out. Everybody out. You don't really know me. Everybody out.
All right, guys. I know my intro is getting way too long to begin with, but god damn. Well, it's a video that I played for y'all. It's Doggy Dog World. That was from the Doggy Style album from 1993, 1993/1994 time period. That was courtesy of Death Row Records and the Scope Records, I think. So, well, Ricky Harris was featured in it. Everybody knows Ricky Harris was featured in it. So, Snoop Dogg was in it. Corrupt, Daz Dillinger in it. Uh, we got Corrupt, Daz were already in it. I think it was Rage. Rage was in it. Pam Grier. Uh, Fred Williamson, the whole. I mean, the people that was in there. Uh, yeah, Mr. Dolomite himself, Rudy Ray Moore is in it. Everybody was in it. Uh, Ron O'Neill, you know what I mean, was now resting in peace, along with uh with Rudy Ray Moore and and Fred Berry, who played his rerun on what's happening and what's happening now. See, he's now resting in peace. He's featured in the video. Um, Everybody was in it. The Dramatics was in it. You know what I'm saying? It got a supporting cast there. So, but anyhow, I'm gonna start the show with this. It started with the story of this man who happened to be who had to be his real name. You guessed it, Richard George Harris II. This man was known professionally as Ricky Harris. Was an American producer. He was an actor, and he was a comedian who did stand-up comedy. He was known for his role as the character Malvo on the Everybody Hates Chris show. It used to be on the United Paramount Network, which was moved to the CW network. Well, the United Paramount Network, which was now the My Network TV channel, they used to show Everybody Hates Chris in 2005. So that's an old show. Well, that show was canceled. Now, now the Roku channel has gave birth to a channel that was named after this iconic television sitcom that has run uh, from 2005 to 2006. It's called Everybody Hates Chris. Uh, American is an all. That's what it is. It's became in American semi autobiographic. That's the word. It was an American semi autobiographical sitcom that Chris Rock and Ali Leroy had created. That used to be aired on the old United Paramount Network uh, from 2005 to 2006, and and then it was already been featured on the CW network until 2009. So the series was also is also based on loosely on the personal experiences that Chris Rock had, what Chris Rock had as a teenager, living in the neighborhood that was in the Bedford Stuyvesant, Brooklyn, New York neighborhood. So we'll look at the accolades here. Well, everybody knows he was used to be married to a former host of Pump It Up, D. Barnes, Denise D. Barnes, who happened to be a rapper and an ex Fox television personality who was performing in the West Coast hip hop female duo called Body and Soul. But she hosted a radio show on K Day prior to the wider fame as the host of Fox's hip hop show Pump It Up, which was previously canceled ever since she got attacked by Dr. Dre in 1991. We're going through small bits of his life here and his career, but Harris was born on October the 5th, 1962. He was raised in Long Beach, California. Long Beach, California. And this is where he played his first movie roles in Poetic Justice here. Opposite else featuring with Tupac Shakur and Janet Jackson. That was in 1993. And the next year, in 1994, he was featured in Murder Was the Case. It was like a 1994 short film and soundtrack album that was starring this man. It's starring Calvin Brodus Jr., who's also known professionally as Snoop Dogg, and Snoop Dogg periodically. The old picture they have is of him with the short sleeve shirt on, with he had on like a long sleeve shirt under it. He had on the black slacks on, the black pants on. Looks like Dickies pants, or whatever. And he had on some sneakers like Converse, All Star shoes. He was standing right outside of right next to a car. It looks like an old 1960s Chevrolet Impala. So so this short film and soundtrack album, which was starring and performed by Snoop Doggy Dogg, and the 18-minute film was directed by Dr. Dre and then this graffiti artist who had be turned into a host of Yo MTV Raps is Fab Five Freddy. It goes through the chronicle. It's based on the chronicles about the fictional death of the rapper and his resurrection after making a deal with the devil. But Harris, he also had a minor roles. He had minor roles that he had in Michael Mann's 1995 crime film. It was called Heat. Who was He was working with the likes of Alfredo James Pacino, Robert De Niro Jr., and guys like John Boyd. And the two people that's no longer with us is Tom Sizemore and Val Kilmer. Val Kilmer, he's deceased. Thomas Sizemore, he's deceased. They were known to be working with Harris in Pacino and De Niro. The movie Heat was been out since 1995. It was an American crime drama and action thriller film that Michael Mann has written and directed. And Hard Rain, a movie that's been released since 1998. It was an action movie type of thriller that Solomon Michael Solomon had directed. You know what I'm saying? He directed it, and the other people who have written the film is Graham Yost, Ian Bryce, Mark Gordon, and Gary Levinson. So that movie, I think Ricky Harris was featured in that movie, but that's done with. And he was playing the voice of those characters like DJ Easy Dick and Ta Dow and Soul Teen Nuts from those various skits featured on the albums from Snoop Dogg to the Dog Pound. But in 1993, Harris has starred with an actor who goes by the name of Todd Hunter. he's not even an actor. He was a musician and a composer. That was in the episode, the single episode of 357 Marina Del Rey. 357 Marina Del Rey. It was a TV show or crime drama. Well, it's a comedy. It's a comedy anthology series that was made for TV. That was that has run from July to August of 1993. See, it produced for the TV series. It was called Danger Theater by playing a private detective named Clay Gentry. I think Harris had done the roles. Let me tell you about what happened with Harris. He had starred with Todd Hunter in a single episode of 357 Marina Del Rey. 357 Marina Del Rey. Uh, it was like a comedy type of series, and and he Harris had produced. Harris had something to do with it, but he started producing for a TV series, a television series that's been canceled. That's been canceled from TV. It's called Danger Theater, and you see Marina Del Rey. It was already mixed in with it. So the episode that was from Danger Theater. So Harris was playing a private detective by the name of Clay Gentry. It was from the year 1996. It was from 1996 to 1998. He played the role of Javon Willis. Javon Willis, they call him JW, in the 6 episodes of the UPN situation comedy television show called, you guessed it, Moesha. Moesha. In the 2001 film Bones, Harris played alongside Snoop Dogg, who he got featured in the videos, and Pam Grier, who had already been featured in Doggy Dog World. But he's finished with the film stuff, so he had to go do roles in character stuff. So he had to play the character. But in 2004, Harris had lent his voice to the various characters that was in the video game. Oh yeah, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Yeah, I got the trilogy. Still got the trilogy of that game, along with Vice City and Grand Theft Auto 3. So I kept the trilogy. That was for my PS4. So PS4 game. Yes, 3 games that was in one disc. But in 2007, he had played the role of Cousin Fred. Cousin Fred. I don't know who Cousin Fred was. Cousin Fred was like a character that he played the role of, that was in the film, and nobody else know where this film came from. I seen this film here. I never even seen it though. It was called This Christmas. This Christmas. He was working alongside Will Packer, Delroy Lindo, Loretta Devine, and Idris Elba. Idris Elba. Well, this was before Daddy's Little Girls that came out. From 2006, from the year 2006 all the way to the year 2008, Harris played the character Malvo, a recurring character in the sitcom, named, which was a channel. It was called Everybody Hates Chris, like the channel that Roku channel was given birth to. Then some bad news happened to him. Let alone some he had some heart problems, and I knew he passed. I knew he had died from it. Uh, in the 26th, December 26, 2016, Richard George Harris II died from a heart attack. He had suffered a previous heart attack 2 years prior to it. 2 years prior to where he has suffered it. But rest in peace to Richard George Harris II. He was a comedian. This is where we're going here, boys. We got some. We gotta go get the stuff here. The movies, the movies he's featured in. We're gonna go straight to it. Some films and some posthumous films. Poetic Justice. He played the gangster Lil Dicky, who plays was played as on Tales from the Hood. Albert Torina in Heat, a DJ in High School High, a bellhop on Father's Day. Raymond on Hard Rain, Trevor in Kings, Rodney in Thickest Thieves, a militant leader in the breaks. Macro in Simon Says, Eddie Mack, Eddie Mack in Bones, Eli in Woman Thou Art Loosed, an interviewer in Boston Up, a hearse driver in The Memory Thief. He played Cousin Fred in This Christmas, Face Disco in Doughboys, Whitey in Mr. Sad Man, Tyrone Jackson Sr. in Battlefield America, Donnie in Midlife Gangster, Tannehill James in Dope. Um, he was. It's the last movie that he was working with the likes of these characters, of these people. Shamik Moore, Kiersey Clemens, who was featured in this film. Tyga was featured in it. Blake Anderson was in it. ASAP Rocky was featured in it. Tony Rebelori was in it. Kimberly Elise was in it. Oh yeah, Chanel Iman. Uh, Zoe Kravitz, who was the daughter of Lenny Kravitz and granddaughter of the late Roxy Roker's granddaughter. Uh, and guess who's in this film here? The guy from Workaholics, the Workaholics star here, the guy who you've seen on Workaholics on Comedy Central. I stopped watching those reruns of that show. Mr. Blake Anderson. Blake Anderson. We got some other movies that he had done before he had passed away. A Royal Family Holiday and A Royal Family Christmas as the character Nelson twice. He played Kenny on a posthumous film here. It's called Checkpoint. Another posthumous film he plays by himself, The Workout Room. See, two of these films were already been made before he died. It was made before Harris had died of a heart attack. But those two movies here, those two films here, they were all posthumous. We could go to TV stuff. Hold on, we will find. Let's see what's wrong with my screen here. Go check on it. See if it doesn't even have no pushes and no shorts. It's longer than that, folks. It's longer than that. Yep, in Danger Theater, he played as Clay Gentry. Uh, on Moesha, he played as JW. That's television stuff here. In Millennium, he played Jerome Knox. Jerome Knox. In CSI, he played as Disco Placid. In The District, he played as Gregory. In NYPD Blue, he played as Antoine. In MDs, he played as Randy Stilton. On Fastlane, he played as a canine. On Lucky, no role has already been announced yet. The Handler, he played as Pablo. On the Tracy Morgan Show, he played as Clarence, like the middle name of mine's and my father's and my grandfather's alone. The Disco Classic character, he played that role of the character on CSI New York. In NYPD Blue, he played as Stanley Newell. In the ER show, he played as Mr. Davis, Malvo, on Everybody Hates Chris. We already got a channel that's already been named after this iconic television show. So my sister can watch that show. She loves that show. CSI Miami. And he played the character Jeremy. Was it Jeremy Boyle? Jeremy Boyle. But he played a defendant on Raising the Bar. He played Claude on the game. On the game, he played Claude. On Dark Blue, he played Wade. And on the Cape, he played as the homeless witness. A witness who has nowhere else to go. He ends up living on the streets. He been witnessing crimes. All sorts of crimes that's been happening. Yeah, the witness was kind of homeless. Uh, so on the Cape, Harris had played as the let me see, the homeless witness. But he played this character Black Bullhorn slash protester on this movie here. It's a made for TV film here. It was a it was this crime story. It was called The People versus O.J. Simpson, an American crime story. That was based off of what you see on TV dated back from 1994 to 1995. But he did some cameos on some music videos like Gin and Juice. Uh, he was on Murder Was the Case. He played those characters. He played the daddy on those videos. And he played the old man as was he played the old man in was it in Summertime in the LBC. Yeah, this, those songs came from Snoop Dogg and the Dub Shack. The voice work that he was doing here in video games, and he was featured in Grand Theft Auto, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, the video game, and then he was in the trilogy, the definitive edition of Grand Theft Auto. The role he played as the Grove Street Families Gang, the Bowlers Gang, the Bowlers Gang, yeah, the Bowlers Gang. Master Sounds, 98.3 DJ Johnny, the Love Giant Parkinson. Yeah, Johnny Parkinson was like known as the Love Giant. Was like a DJ. I remember playing that game. Well, I remember it was a guy who I seen in the music video, and I remembered it. But enough about me. I'm glad to memorialize this man real quick. I'm glad to memorialize him real quick. Before I'm gonna have to, you know, restart this PC here. If you speak to this back, let me pull it up. let me just let me just let me memorialize this guy. Yeah, it sucks so bad they're not gonna put no captions on into this video here. So they'll they might have to copyright this video when you have two songs being featured on this video. You see, in memoriam, gotta do it for one. I already paid the price for not doing the live show yesterday. In memoriam of Richard George Harris. Two. Yep. October the 5th, October 5th, 1962. Got him. He's born in the 1960s. I can give them that. Yep. It's been 10 years. It's been 10 years. It's been 10 years ever since he passed away. You see if I can, let me see if I got it the right way. Yep. I did got it right too. I'm gonna finish this video here because I'm about to restart this PC here. Cause this thing's still wanting like a restart, but it wants a restart. So yeah, I ain't gonna be able to do that. So I couldn't even put Ricky on it, so I had to go put his real name, like Richard George Harris. And his name is like Richard. It's like Richard George Harris the second. That's the name I had to put down. I did not put Ricky Harris. I did not put Ricky Harris on it. I just wrote Richard George Harris. Yeah, I wrote Richard George Harris the second. So I'm going to end this live show with a little of the eulogy type of deal. So we had to do that. We got to go through this before the end of this video. I would do it before I had to end this video because I had to do my thing here. Let's do this. Okay, we're now dedicating this live show that was into the memoriam of a guy who was an actor and a comedian who did his appearances in music videos, uh, films, films and television. His name is Richard George Harris II. He was born on October the 5th, 1962 in died on December 26, 2016. December 26, 2016. Rest in peace to Richard George Harris II, who everybody known him professionally to the world as Ricky Harris. Rest easy, brother. God has you now. God has you up there in heaven now. Rest easy, Richard.